Okay, so here we go. We need to compare and order our real numbers. So you can compare and order real numbers by writing them in the same form. One way to do this is to use or approximate the decimal expansion of the number, and that's what we're going to go for. So all you need to do is know what these are. So if I'm talking about 18 over 5, 18 divided by 5. 5 goes into 18 3 times. I get 15. That's 30. 5 goes into 36 times evenly. So this is the same thing as 3.6. This is the same thing as 3.14. And then the square root of 11 is between what two perfect squares? That's between 9 and 16. So it's between 3 and 4. This is 2 away. This is 5 away. So it's going to be closer to the 3. So I'm going to say approximately 3.2. Okay. This was 3.6, 3.14, and 3.2. So 3.14 is less than 3.32. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. So pi. So now I graph it on my number line. So this should be the 3.32 because they told you right here. Remember, we were just guesstimating. 3.14 would be approximately here. That's my pi. 3.32, it would be approximately here. So that's the square root of 11. And then 3.6 is 18 over 5. Order them from least to greatest. And there we have it. Next one. Which one is bigger? Okay, so I take the square root of 6. Square root of 6 is between the square root of 4, the square root of 9. It's 2 away here, it's 3 away here. So that's going to be, it's going to be between 2 and 3. And it'll be about 2.4. Okay, but this says negative. So negative 2.4. And then this right here is 3.14 divided by 2. So that goes in 1 time. Bring down the 1. 2 goes into that 5 times. 2 goes into that 7 times. So this is approximately 1.57. So when I look at that, remember that when it's a negative number, it's further away from 0. So negative 2.4 is approximately here. That's the negative square root of 6. Then 1.57 is going to be probably here. So that's negative pi over 2. So here we go. The square root of 5. So that's between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9. This is only 1 away. This is 4 away. So it's super close to 2. So I'm going to say, 2.2 approximately. Oh, but that's negative. So this, I'm going to say negative 2.2. And then remember, percent, you move the decimal over 2 times. So negative 2.1. So this would be less than that. Okay, so we said this is negative 2.2. We said this is negative 2.1. So I would go with either A or D because we were approximating. Okay, so then we have these. We've got to put them in order. So the square root of 30. Between the square root of 25 and the square root of 36. So this is going to be between 5 and 6. It's 5 away here. It's 6 away here. Oh, that's almost middle. So I'm going to actually say 5.5-ish. I'm going to go with 5.5. Okay. This next one says 4 over 5. So 4 divided by 5. So 5 times 8 gets 40. So this is going to be 5.8. Nearest hundredth. So in this spot right here, so 0.36. Okay, right from least to greatest. Well, the greatest number is 6, so that would go there. The smallest number is 5.36. Then 5.5 would go here. So that is the square root of 30. And then 5 4/5 would go here. Okay, so then I would put it on a number line. 5.36, would go here. The square root of 30, we said was 5.5. So that's square root of 30. Then 6 would go here. And then 5 4, 5.8, 5 4/5. Okay. So then, again, we have the square root of 3. It's between the square root of 1 and the square root of 4. It is 2 away here. It is 1 away there. 1, 2. Oh, that should have been a 2, not. So it's going to be, I'm going to say 1.8. So I'm going to call that a 1.8. And then pi divided by 2. Didn't we just do pi divided by 2 a minute ago? So that would be 1. Having a hard time. That would be 5. Now so 1.57. And then this would be 1.6. And that's 1.35. So the smallest number on there is 1.35. Oh, the 5 is repeating. It's the smallest number. So that means this one's not going to be it. The biggest number is 1.8, so the square root of 3. So that means that this is not it. So it's between A and C. Okay, so 1.57 is smaller, so this one is the answer. Okay, so This one. On Wednesday, there was 83 and 1/3% chance of rain. On Thursday, there was 9/10 chance of rain. On Friday, there was 6 out of 7 chance that it would rain. Which day is the greatest chance of rain? Okay, so hopefully you remember 1/3 is the same thing. Sorry, it's the same thing as 0.3333 going on forever and ever. So 83.3 repeating, if my moved my decimal over, I would get 0.8 and then the 3 is repeating. 9/10, 0.9, and then 6 out of 7. That's the same thing as 6 out of 7. So 6 divided by 7. 7 goes into 60. 7, 8 times. That would get me 56. Bring down a 4, bring down a 0. 7 goes into 40 5 times, and I get 35. That goes in 7 times. It's 49. Gets me 1. 7 goes into 10. Oh, it says round to the nearest hundredth. Oh, well, we could stop right now because next door, that's a 7. So this is going to get me 0.86. So this number is greater. Oh, sorry about that. This number is greater than that, which is greater than that. So the next one. 15 out of 21. So 15 divided by 21. Guys, simplify the fraction first. 3 goes into that. 5 out of 7. Okay, 5 out of 7. Oh, that was 6 out of 7. So 5 divided by 7. 7, and it says round to the nearest. It doesn't say. 7 goes into that. That would get me 49. 7 goes into that 1 time. That'll get me 3. 7 goes into, ooh, don't know why it did that. 7 goes into 34 times. It's 28. 7 goes into that 2. It's 14, so that would get me 6. Okay, I think we're good at rounding at this. So this one is 0.7142. And that's an approximation. And then the next one is 14 divided by 19. Now some of you are like, oh my gosh, I can't do 19s. Think of it as 20. How many times would 20 go into that? Or how much would 2 go into 14? I would go with 7. So that would get me 63. That would get me 7 plus 6 is 13. I subtract, and I get 70. 20 goes into 70 how many times? It'll go in 3 times. So 3 times 9 is 27. 3, 5, 57. Bring down a 0. Okay. 20 goes into this. 2 goes into that 6 times. So 6 times 9, 54. That would be 6. That would be, I think that's right, 16. And we're just going to go with, this is going to be approximately 0.737. And then this is going to be, I move my decimal point over, and I get 0.725. Which player had the greatest based on the statistics? Which one had the greatest? This one had the greatest. Okay.